What's going on, guys? Jake here with Uncommon EDC, and today I'm checking out the Alpaka Tech Kit, which is a little bit of a different side of EDC than I normally focus on, but packing for a work trip in the morning and seemed like an appropriate video to record for that. So I'm actually upgrading from the Bellroy Tech Kit, which is pretty similar, just a little bit of a smaller footprint, and I wanted a little bit more space. But they carry very similar amounts of things. They're both made to kind of work with some Apple products, which you'll see inside. But this one has a few more additional like pockets and things like that to give you some more options. So the dimensions on this are 8.7 inches wide by 5.1 inches tall and 2.2 inches thick. They usually run about $35. This particular variation is $45 because it's in a limited edition colorway, this forest green with the blood orange interior, but exactly the same as the $35 version. And this colorway is sold out, but they do a lot of limited edition colors. They'll do like a white one, I'm sure, at some point, or an orange exterior one at some point. So just be on the lookout. They definitely come out. But inside of this is pretty specifically built, again, for, I think, Apple products, but it really limits you to be pretty minimalist, sometimes more than I like, but it is nice when you're packing to really get down into this small footprint. And so this has some YKK zippers that have the Aqua Guard on them. I should probably zip that back up so I can show it a little better. With the Aqua Guard, and the exterior material is a little bit water resistant, so it's not waterproof, but it's going to protect your electronics from the rain and whatnot. So it is somewhat water resistant. And when we get in here, it opens up fully clamshell, and it's a little bit unorganized, but it fits basically what I need pretty well. So on this side, I have the kind of giant power block for the MacBook, and these pockets, again, seem to be specifically built for that, as well as one of these extra cords just for charging Android or Apple products. And it has both in there as well as the SIM card remover. On this side, I have both the cord for the charger as well as the cord for the mouse. And so just stuffed them both in there, as well as a pair of Apple AirPods. And then on this side, I have the mouse, which, again, this one's kind of famous for the horrible charging port on it, which is on the bottom, so you can't use it while you're charging it, but it works pretty well for what I use it for, and you can always back up to the trackpad. And then I have a backup phone charger, as well as the power block to the wall. So this little keyboard cleaner for cleaning in between the keys on my laptop. Definitely like to keep it clean, and to go with that, just a cleaning cloth. This one's actually a Civivi knife cleaner, but works just as well. And then in the back here, just this one adapter. This is a HDMI adapter so that you can plug your laptop into a TV and display there. Nothing else in these front pockets. This is where I had the mouse. And then in this back pocket here, which is an add-on where that wasn't available in the Bellroy, so this one has like a back sleeve where I had the HDMI adapter, but no zippered pockets, so you're able to throw a few more of these in here. Just have a bunch of USB accessories. Again, this is to convert that Apple plug into USB, a USB drive, a couple more converters, and I believe this is actually I forget what they call it. It's basically like a condom for your phone. So you plug this into the USB and then plug your phone charger into here. And what it does is it keeps the device that you're plugging it into from being able to use any data. So it provides power without letting data pass through the USB, which is helpful if you're traveling like at an airport and plugging into one of those free USB chargers. They're able to kind of steal data from your phone, or if you're plugging it into a work computer, you don't want your personal data going to that work computer. You know, IT is able to track that sort of thing and view that data if they want, because you are plugging into their equipment. So this just keeps data from passing through if you don't want it to. I forget where I got that, but I'll find a link to it and put it. Oh, actually, that's funny. It has the website right on it. It's usbcondoms.com. So it literally is a USB condom. So that's it in there, not a whole lot. It does keep it pretty minimalist. That's basically everything I really need most of the time. I am looking for a bigger one. Right now I use this Baboon to the Moon pouch. It's pretty large when I'm doing some like extensive travel and need a lot more cables. It's a lot larger, a little bit bulky, so I'm looking for kind of another alternative. They do have what they call the Tech Kit, which has like a dedicated headphone compartment, so I can bring full-size headphones instead of the AirPods, as well as room for some bigger things. Like I typically bring one of these with me, just a little power strip with a few USB and extra plugs, and it adds a few feet to the cord, not very much, maybe like a foot or so, but it also gives you an additional plug and places to charge things, which is nice because, as you know, there's sometimes pretty limited plugs available, especially if you're traveling for work and in like a conference room, there might be one plug on the wall that everyone's trying to plug into. So definitely like having that kind of stuff, as well as things like power adapters for different countries, that I'll throw in there. HDMI cords, sometimes where you're going doesn't have an HDMI cord, but they have a TV that you want to plug into, and so having your own HDMI cord, there's not enough room for that sort of stuff, or like batteries, or even like if I'm bringing my iPad as well, having a second charger, third charger in here, it gets pretty tight. But the nice thing about this kit is that it does keep you pretty limited when you're packing, which is pretty easy to do, to overpack, and so I do like that. But I am looking at some alternatives that will allow me to pack a little bit more. I do want to check out the Tech Kit at some point, not to replace this, but to use alongside it. However, that is currently sold out, so I'm waiting for that to come back in stock. But there's some, again, nice alternatives. I think Air has the Cable Kit 2, which looks like a really good alternative that can do both. It'll hold all of this stuff in it, as well as some of the bigger items and additional cords that I want to carry. That is also currently sold out. So there's a few alternatives out there that I'm looking at that I'm just kind of waiting for them to come back in stock. But in the interim, I think this is a really nice option. Again, keeps it really minimal, has a relatively small footprint, and so limits you to what you're packing, which can sometimes be a good thing. But yeah, a little bit different. I don't do a lot of tech or like what's in my work bag type stuff, because it is more EDC oriented, but I guess this is just another side of EDC that I don't focus a ton on. I probably won't focus a ton on. But if you're interested in seeing more of these type of things, like work bag type stuffs, or pouches that I use for work, which can be different than what I use for my personal stuff, definitely let me know in the comments below. This is another area where I'm really interested in it, but I don't know if the EDC community in general is as interested in it. And of course, you can probably use this for non-tech related items if you're just looking for a cool pouch to hold some stuff. One thing it works pretty well for, actually, I found is GoPro. So you can get your GoPro in here, as well as a few accessories and mounts and batteries and SD cards and that sort of thing. So it definitely can be used for other things, and I do intend to use it a little bit for my GoPro as well. Right now, obviously, I'm using it for a work trip, but it's a pretty versatile little kit, and I think it looks really nice. They do a very good job on their aesthetics. The outside material here is their X-Pac VX21, and the interior is a 200D blood orange honeycomb pattern, which looks really nice. This is, I think, the portion that's limited edition. I wouldn't be surprised if you see the forest green without that at some point as well. Again, they come out with a lot of variations, and usually you'll know about them ahead of time. They'll be on their website and you can pre-order them. So it's not an issue where they're selling out a ton. They do sell out after the pre-orders, but you usually have a nice amount of time. In fact, I have 2 different pouches from them on pre-order at the moment. One shipping at the end of May, and I believe one shipping in June. So you definitely have time to order them when these variations come out. But let me know down in the comments below what you think of this pouch, or these type of videos in general, where they're not related so much to the knife and tool EDC, more to kind of tech and work bag type things. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, hope you have a great one.